Hi, welcome to Maison Spirits. My name is Beebe-Tron, and we're going to talk Jacoulot Petit Brandy. Jacoulot is a really small family distillery in Burgundy that has been making Pinot Noir brandy since 1891. This is a really forgotten style of brandy in France that is made regionally, where independent distillers will work with winemakers to distill either the pomace, they call that brandy Mar, M-A-R-C, or the wine, excess wine, or the wine left with the lees at the bottom of the fermentation tank. That is called fine, like fine lees. And this is a really classic style of brandy made wherever winemaking is done, which of course is all over France, rarely better than in Burgundy. So Anne and Philippe, the current owners of Jacoulot, they are essential figures in preserving this style of brandy and making really one of the best versions of it, not just in Burgundy, but in France, period. They do this by being haute-couture winemakers, so they're doing everything by hand. They are destemming all of the pomace by hand. They have a mobile still, which is like a really classic old school style, a big mobile alembic still. They take apart, take to the winery, and then put it together and do their distillation there. And they're just a super small team. They're like 7 people, including their son. It's really as artisanal as it gets. You can taste this most clearly in their flagship spirits, the Mar, again, their pomace brandy, and the Fine. These are like a blend of 7 to 18-year brandies, just old and delicious and so good. But we are here to talk about the Petit Brandy, which is their newest bottling right here. Real gorge, super sexy. I wish I had like a nice backlight because it is golden and glowing. And this is, like I said, their very newest brandy. Because for them, tradition is not something that you preserve, you like cryogenically freeze it or put it in amber and then it stays the same forever and you never change it. You maintain tradition by keeping it alive. And something that is alive is growing and learning and, you know, keeps its same DNA, but is still responsive to the world and to things that happen and to new ideas. And Jacoulot is very much alive. Their tradition is constantly developing, and that's one of the things really exciting about it. And this innovation can be super clearly seen in the Petit Brandy. So this style of brandy is actually a blend of their Mar and their Fine. You really don't see this not just in France, but in brandy, where you are intentionally blending together pomace brandy and wine-based brandy to give you this sort of whole grape experience. So it's not just one or the other. You are getting distillation from the wine, the skin, the seeds, the lees, everything that goes on in the grape and in the winemaking process, you are seeing in this brandy. And that's a really new idea and a really cool way to get sort of an entire Pinot Noir profile, the full Pinot experience in one really complex brandy. Now, tasting notes are obviously personal. I won't tell you what you taste, but what I taste is milk chocolate and coffee and red plums and golden raisins, cinnamon, great backbone of spice. It is absolutely delicious enough and elegant enough to be a sipping brandy to just taste all by itself, but it mixes beautifully. It's on sort of the higher end of cocktail brandies, both in terms of price and in terms of flavor. The amount of intensity it brings makes it super high value. That's really like Jacoulot's trademark, is just ridiculous value for what you're getting. I love this in all of your classic brandy cocktails, your Vieux your split-based Sazerac, your Sidecar, your Brandy Cresta or Alexander, your brandy-based French 75, incredibly underrated, your Champs-Élysées, even more underrated. Think Sidecar with yellow chartreuse, just delicious. One of the things that I really like about it is that brandy isn't necessarily the kind of thing that people read on a menu and they're like, ooh, I have to get the brandy cocktail. The way that they will with a whiskey cocktail or a mezcal cocktail, where those sort of leap out at people. Sometimes some folks do. A lot of folks are really missing a great opportunity for something delicious in a brandy cocktail. Here, I really like to list this as Pinot Noir brandy, because that is just like a big, beautiful highlight around this spirit. It is something that people have never seen before or heard of before. It really stands out. And it is just incredibly attention grabbing, which, you know, as we know, important for a menu. So I love to highlight the Pinot Noir quality on a menu with this. It is 45% ABV, so a great proof for a cocktail-oriented brandy. This is why it's still a delicious sipping brandy. It has the weight, it has the heft to it. And it's just an entirely new and beautiful thing. Drink it right now. I'm gonna go drink some right now. No, I'm not. It's 11:30 in the morning. I'm gonna drink some this evening. Not right now.